Hello and welcome to Riffle Shuffle and Roll. My name is Mark, and today I am giving you a review for Zeus on the Loose, my top choice for the adding category of games. Adding games are games in which cards are played to a discard pile. The total of that pile grows, and you are trying to not be the player that makes it reach a target number or exceed it. Games like this typically give each player 3 chips or 3 lives, and every time they cause that pile to exceed the total, they lose a life. Once you lose all of your lives, you're out of the game, and the last player remaining wins. The most classic version of this is 99, played with traditional playing cards. And in fact, I have a nice set of house rules available here on the channel. I'll link down to those below. And like with a lot of traditional card games, commercial versions just take those games and then add more powers, publish special cards for them so you don't have to remember, and really don't add a lot to the game. I will talk about some of these other versions here at the end of the video when I'm comparing them to Zeus on the Loose in the review portion, but for now, let's dive in, see how to play Zeus on the Loose very quickly, and then I will talk about why it is on top. Let's go. And here we have a 4-player game set up. Each player is dealt 4 cards. The rest of the cards are placed face down to form the stock or the draw pile. And then the Zeus figure is placed by the draw pile. On your turn, you're going to play a card from your hand and draw a card. There are an assortment of action cards that do certain things to the running total or allow you to steal Zeus. And you can play those on your turn as well. But you're always just choosing one card to play. So we'll have our player here at the bottom of the screen go first. They play a card, and they say the total of the pile. So now the total is 3. You end your turn by drawing a card. If you forget to draw a card and the next person goes, you're out of luck. Your hand size diminishes, and that can continue to happen through the game. Now, play passes left. The next player goes. They play a 9. They say the new total, 10. They draw a card to end their turn. However, something special happens here. Anytime the pile total becomes a multiple of 10, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, or so on, the person who does that grabs Zeus. So now this player has control of Zeus. Whoever has control of Zeus at the end of the round wins. So play like that continues. So we're at the total is at 10. The next player goes. They play a 10, making it 20. They say the totals, take a card, steal Zeus. The next player goes. They play a 2, making the total 12. Nothing happens. They draw their card. Now, there is another rule called the same number sneak. This is essentially a way to cut in. Anytime you have a card that matches the number of the top card, you can immediately cut in and play it. So this player has a 2. Player at the top of the screen has a 2. But let's just say player at the top of the screen is faster. They cut in. They say the new total, which is 24. They already had Zeus, so they keep Zeus. But if they didn't have Zeus, they would steal it, and then all the players that should have went before them are skipped, and play continues to the left. However, this player also has a 2, so they cut in. Totals 26. They draw a card. They steal Zeus. Oh, our player at the top of the screen forgot to draw a card, so now they only have 3. Now our player on the left side of the screen has Zeus. Play continues from them. 24, let's say they play their 10. That's 34, and now our player on the right side of the screen is going to play Apollo. Mount Olympus stays the same, steal Zeus. So 44, steal Zeus, draw a card. Now down here at the bottom of the screen, we've got Artemis. Mount Olympus stays the same, steal Zeus. 44, draw a card, steal Zeus. Now, play like that will continue, and there are 4 ways that a round can end. If you play a card that makes the total 100 exactly, you immediately steal Zeus and win the round. If you play a same number sneak that makes the total equal 100 or exceed 100, you steal Zeus and win the round. If you're the player that makes the total go past 100 by just playing a single card, not a same number sneak, not making it exactly 100, but playing a normal card on your turn and making the total go past 100, The round ends, and whoever has Zeus wins the round. And finally, if the draw pile runs out of cards, whoever's holding Zeus at that time wins the round. Whoever wins the round gets the letter Z, or whatever letter you're on, for the name of Zeus, and the first player to spell out Zeus wins the game. Okay, so to understand why I pick Zeus on the Loose as my top choice, and why I actually distance myself from just a traditional game, I'm going to need you to understand what these other versions do. Now, there are not a lot of adding games that are just pure adding games. And again, the most classic of which is 99. Perfectly fine game. If you have a deck of cards and you have multiple players, it's a lot of fun. And it's got a crazy eights, Uno kind of feel to it. There's a lot of take that. You're trying to be mean to other players. You're trying to get them to be the ones who bust, who make that pile go over the target number. And there are a lot of different ways to play 99. Sometimes the rule sets go by different names, but essentially you're either trying to avoid the target of 50 or 100 or 99, and there are special powers assigned to the face cards. So again, it's up to the player to remember what the powers are for the face cards, because they're not going to tell you on the card. Now, Mattel, much like in the fashion of Uno, has taken 99 and they just made a deck for it, and it's called Ono 99, and it is just 99 with special cards. They put what the card does on the card, and really it's a low effort way to make 99 a little bit more approachable. I like having this in my collection because it's not a game that's always available, and it comes out periodically. And again, I really like 99. And if I wanted to spice it up a little bit, I could bust out Ono 99 now and then and play with this game. That's no problem. But it doesn't really do anything to elevate the game past what you can play with a regular deck of cards. Hasbro has also thrown their hat in the ring of the adding games with 5 Alive, another game that is not brand new. It comes out now and then. And in this, you have 5 lives. You're trying to avoid the total of 21. So the discard pile total comes up a lot faster. And again, nothing super special about the deck. This does give you 5 life cards that you lose as you make the pile bust, and as you lose all of your lives, you're out of the game and the last person remaining wins. So again, not a huge departure from the classic 99. And that brings us to Zeus on the Loose. So as you can see from that tutorial, they're just numbered cards 1 through 10, and then you've got special face cards that have special powers. Okay, that's pretty similar to 99. There are more powers in this game than just assigning powers to jacks, queens, and kings. You've got a pantheon of gods that do different things. You've got only one Hera that makes the total 99, which could be a joker in a standard deck of cards. But what sets this game apart is that additional layer of the King of the Hill mechanism, that you want to be the player with Zeus at the end of the round. So now you're not just trying to avoid forcing that discard pile over 100, but you want to be the one holding Zeus when that happens. And I think that's a fun layer to add to the game. It's definitely enough to elevate it past 99, or past these essentially carbon copies of 99, and it makes it its own unique experience. So because of that, I have to recommend Zeus on the Loose as my top choice for adding games. So typically, you know that I'm more of a proponent of classic games that use a traditional deck. I like minimalist design. I like keeping things simple. But for the adding card game category, Zeus on the Loose is my top pick. I'll have a link down below that will take you to Amazon US, where you can purchase the game, and you should be able to find it pretty easily in game stores, or ask them to purchase it for you if you would rather support your local game store. If you found this video helpful or enjoyable, the best thing you can do to support me and the channel is just subscribe, ring the bell, give this video a thumbs up, and if you have any questions about Zeus on the Loose or any other games you'd like to see, just let me know down in the comments. I do have a website full of games of my own design, and you can catch those at riffleshuffleandroll.com. I'll have a link down in the description. I also have videos here on the channel for how to play those games. I also have a playlist of other card games here for you to check out. And don't forget that the top choices for each card game category has its own list down in the description, which I am keeping as updated as possible as I get these videos in the series out to you. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep on playing.